Hi YouTube friends. I have had a request that I film a package opening and a try it out of this new set of paints that I got from Letter Sparrow. So I just thought I would open it on screen, on camera, and then let you all see what I see as I open it up and try it out. This is my first set of handmade paints, so I'm very excited to see what they're like and try them out. I'm also interested in making my own handmade paints, so this is going to give me a great idea of the texture and I don't know, some of the things to expect when you try them. Also, I'm very impressed with Letter Sparrow. They use eco-friendly packaging and components, so I'm also interested in that as well, and this will be a great way to try it out and see. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Here's the palette. It comes inside this little bag. I'll open that in just a second. Here's her here's her business card. It's Kelly with Letter Sparrow. So if you're interested in checking out her handmade paints, here's where you would go to take a look. This is printed on some beautiful paper. She does talk about how she cares about eco-friendly packaging and sustainability. Here's a little thank you note that comes with it. She's watercolored a little bit of it. That's really nice. And she's talking about some dates upcoming to check out her shop again. And then of course here's my, what I paid and my packing slip. So my little palette comes in this bag for carrying and storing or just protecting it if I want. I open it up and see inside. Oh, it's so cute. It's tied with some string. And then this is a little sample. It does look like it's hand painted. It really is what I'm about to do myself and show you, but these are actually painted on. The names of the colors: Scarlet, Italian Orange, Gamboge, Violet Earth, Paris, and Emerald. This is her palette that was a collaboration with Bree with Documented Journey. I know Bree and have seen her use these paints often and really wanted to try them for myself. And then here, of course, is the little palette by Letter Sparrow. It's, as you can see, quite small, but this will be perfect for me to take on the go and, maybe slip in my purse or take hiking with me. It measures not even 2 1/4 inches, 2 2/16 by about 1 3/4 inches. It's in this metal, very nice quality art toolkit metal palette. And let's open it up. I haven't seen inside yet. Oh. There's a little, I guess this is parchment paper. It feels like it at least. And then here are my paints. Oh, and how nice. She has them marked on the back in case I get more paints and I can know which is which. Violet Earth. There's a magnetic sheet under here that holds the pans in place. And I've heard someone else who has one of her palettes say that these are little eyeshadow pans. So they're metal. They magnetize in here really well. They're not falling out, so that's nice. And then this is a little mixing surface that's been attached to the inside of the lid. So that is very nice. I'm excited to try them. I have my watercolor journal here so that I can give it a try. If it's okay, I'm going to zoom in. Comment below if you use cottage cheese containers for your water. Or any other something or other that you're going to just recycle anyway. You may as well just use it for your watercolors, right? When I swatch things for the first time, I like to go right to the paper with okay, first of all, these are beautiful. That's very creamy and intense. But what I was trying to say was I like to go right to the paper with the most intense amount and then come back with a little water and just come in next to it so I can see what the lightest shade that I can get would be as well. So, you know, so here I can see the most intense and something very watered down, and know that this is what I would get if I were to do, not mix it, but use just the scarlet color pure. Let me come down a little so you can see the palette and the names of the colors as I work as well. Here's the Violet Earth. This is very rich and chocolatey looking. Highly pigmented. These are very pigmented, which is very nice. They flow and blend well, I can tell right away. I love that. I like to use really rich colors and vibrant colors. I'm sure you guys have noticed from my artwork. You know, there's a lot of watercolor out there that's very pale and buildable, and that's great for some techniques, or you know, maybe some artists prefer that, and that's great. But I really do enjoy vibrant, rich colors like this. The Italian orange is beautiful. Up next, I want to try Paris. What a great turquoise. Gamboge. It looks somewhat green in the pan, greenish yellow, but here you can really see that it's a very beautiful yellow and gold, depending on how much you put down, how much you water it down. It goes from sunny, buttery yellow to all the way to a dark gold. And then here's Emerald, which I'm sure I will use a lot. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is really pigmented. I got a lot of water on there. Let me sort of clean that up and then mix it a bit. Yes, this is going to be a really useful green. Okay, now I'm going to play. I really want to use a slightly larger, this is a number 4 watercolor brush. And the first one I was using was a number 2 Silver Black Velvet. It's hard to see because, it's hard to see because the words have rubbed off of mine over the time. But this next one is a size 4. And I really want to try mixing the Emerald and the Paris and seeing what kind of green I can get. Wow, that's a really pretty jewel tone. I'm loving these. They blend out beautifully, they mix beautifully. I think what I would like to try next is another technique that I don't often do, but you know, sometimes I do, and it's an interesting way to see how certain watercolors perform, which is lifting. So I'll mix this up here. I'm sorry, spread it out. Create just a wash. It's not really doesn't need to be the darkest I can get it over the whole thing, but here at one end I'll put a little bit more pigmentation so I can see how the lifting would work when it's a light coat or a medium coat versus a dark coat of the paint. And I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll come back later and try lifting it and see how it performs. Okay, I'm back. Everything is thoroughly dry. All of my little swatches, my mixed area, as well as this brown that I created to do my experiment with. I hit it with a heat gun to speed up the drying. And I do want to point out that, you know, some of my watercolors dry differently. Some of them have a, you know, there's different things mixed in, there's different chemicals. So some dry with a shine to them where the most intense color is, and these are quite matte. It's lovely. No, but it's not chalky either. There's a tiny bit of variation. It's not granulation as pronounced as what you would get with like Daniel Smith, but it does really give a natural look to them. So I'm enjoying that. And then I'm going to switch back to my number 2 silver black velvet brush, and I've wet it quite well. I'll wipe off the handle and the ferrule, but I'm going to leave the bristles very wet, and I'm going to create a line here of moisture and just keep wetting it and putting it down. That's probably enough water, but I'm going to keep going over the line with my brush in order to lift color. And you can see it's going quite well. If you enjoy this technique when you paint, then you can see here that it's doable. I do have other watercolor paints that it's very difficult to do this on. Also, you know, the paper does make a difference as well. Like I can never lift well on that Canson watercolor paper that's so affordable. It's got the blue cover, it's student grade. Everyone loves that, and I just hate it. I'm sorry, Canson, I like your other papers, but I don't like that because it pills so much, and you know, if you try and re-wet an area, it just like falls apart. I hate that paper. So this Strathmore watercolor sketchbook that I'm working in doesn't have that problem, and yeah, look at how well that lifted with that dark color. It did great. So if you enjoy that kind of a technique, it works really well. These really perform. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna try and paint a little something, just a little flower, and see how it goes. Have a little fun. I might turn on some music or speed it up. Okay, I'm really happy with how quickly it dries. It absorbs beautifully into the paper. I'm gonna really enjoy taking these with me camping and hiking, sticking them in my purse, in my on-the-go bag that I use, you know, when I'm out and about. I take this bag with me, and I have pencils and pens and other things that I slip in here. One side is all my supplies and the other side will be like paper or a sketchbook. And I know this will be, look at how small it is. It's just perfect to slide in there with a water brush and take with me wherever I'm going to be that day if I think I might have a chance to sketch or paint. So I'm really pleased. I'm happy to use it on camera again and again to show you how it works. And I'm also eager to see how it performs with other paints, if I want to mix these colors with maybe some other brands and to see how they work. I'm loving it. So thank you so much, Letter Sparrow. And then also my friend Bree with Documented Journey. Thank you, ladies, for working on this collaboration and bringing it back to your shop. Letter Sparrow, I know that it was sold out for quite a long time, so I'm very happy to have it and get a chance to use it. It's going to be great. Here's one last look at all the colors. Thank you all for stopping by and watching me give this a try. And I hope that this will help you too. Maybe you want to try some handmade paints. I definitely recommend Letter Sparrow. These are beautiful. If I don't talk to you again soon, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.